Very good morning, students. Today we will be seeing the second topic in your first unit, that is actually Human Resource Accounting and Audit. I think in the previous class we have completed our introduction part, and also we have talked about evolution process of HRM and all we have talked about in the previous class. And today's class we will be talking about human resource accounting and audit. So these concepts and all has entered into HR before in India. I'm talking in the entire world. It has been started from the year 1973, but actually in India and all it has started only from the year 2007, 8 only it has started. One or two organizations might where they were having from the year 2000, but effectively it has started from the year from 2007 2008 only it has started. So these two concepts, human resource accounting and audit. So here first we will see what is actually human resource accounting. So the simple concept, no, it is a process. They'll be assigning. Okay, it is a process of assigning, budgeting, and reporting the cost of human resources incurred in the organization. So how much we are going to, on the day itself I was asking a question to somebody, and Mr. Karthikeyan was asking what is CTC means, cost to company. So he told the answer, cost to company. So in that angle, if you are taking this particular example is suitable for human resource accounting. So how much cost, what is it, you're going to do, assigning, budgeting, total budgeting you're going to spend, and reporting the cost of human resources incurred in an organization. That includes wages, salaries, training expenses. Then apart from that, there are now we can add even your performance appraisal costs. Then you can talk about other benefits. Everything you can add in human resource accounting. So this is actually the basic concept. Please understand what are all the expenses you're going to spend for that is for the employees, that is for the human resources. What are all the expenses which you're going to spend, that concepts and all, it will be coming under HR accounting, human resource accounting. So I think you have understood this concept. Again, I am repeating, whatever the cost you are spending for the employees in the organization related to their wages, salaries, then training expenses, and now you can talk also about benefits, different benefits, then performance appraisal cost. Everything you can talk here in human resource accounting. And what is the concept of HRA is, I told you, it is a new branch of accounting. It is the measurement of the cost and value of people to organization. So how much is the cost and their value for the of the people to the organization? That also it is the main concept. So it involves measuring costs incurred by private firms, and normally, public sector they used to spend a large amount to recruit, either to recruit, select, hire, train and develop employees, and judge their economic values to the organization. Public sector and all, they spend a huge amount for recruitment and selection alone, apart from training. I think you can see the starting from call for and up to that entry level in the organization, they spend a large amount of money. I'm talking in public sector, but private sector they spend not only for recruitment and selection part, like public sector, they spend apart from recruiting and selecting, training and other costs. No, they spend a lot in their sector like that, mostly in private sectors. The main objectives of HR accounting is to furnish the cost value information for making proper and effective management decisions, for acquiring, allocating, developing, and maintaining human resource in order to achieve cost-effective organizational objectives. So normally, when you are introducing a new concept in accounting, so main reason is to be cost-effective. So that is the main thing, cost-effective and also benefit to the company. Like that only we should. Companies not we, the companies will be thinking and to monitor the effectiveness of human resources by the management. So how much they are working and whether it is really worth to spend to any individual who is working in the organization, like that and all they'll plan. Then to have an analysis of the human asset, that is whether such assets are conserved, depleted or appreciated. That one also is okay. Analysis of human assets, whether you should conserve it, deplete it or appreciate it. Like that and all you should main objective of HR accounting. Then to aid in the development of management principles and proper decision making for the future by classifying financial consequences of various practices. So what is it we are going to do in future related to human resource activities? Like that you'll be having you should have a financial plan, and according to that you will be planning in the organization related to management principles. And then in all it facilitates evaluation of human resources, recording the valuation in the books of account and disclosure of the information in the financial statement. So here the valuation of human resources is recorded in the valuation of books of account, and it will be disclosing how much we are spending for each and every individual in the organization, and that information of the financial statement you can maintain separately. This is the uh, very best objective actually here. Where what is the reason why? Because you can show to every individual that we are spending this much cost for you, and what is the returns we will be getting from you. If not means you can show to them, and it helps the organization in decision making process in what way we can improve for future purpose. So previously, now I'm not talking about the present scenario. Uh, uh, Before 4 years, 5 years, and all companies, no, mostly IT companies and all, they'll be talking about this year we have recruited 10,000 people. Next year we'll be recruiting 20,000 people. Like that and all, they'll be talking. What is the reason? Because depending upon the job market, plus they want to retain the retain the very good people in the organization. Not retain actually, to recruit the very good people for the organization. Okay, and then how you are going to measure two concept here. One is cost approach, and then another one is uh, economic value approach. These two approaches only will be having in measure. How you are going to measure? In cost approach is mostly based on costs incurred by the company with regard to an employee. So they will be taking like that only how much we have spent. Just now I told you how much you are spending for an individual. That is, individual means employee in the organization. Some people, some organization they spend for training alone for employees per year. For one employee they'll be spending up to 10 lakhs and all they are spending for the employees in the organization. I'm talking about for one employee. Okay, so they'll be talking about that cost approach. Then economic value approach, it will be included it is based on economic value of the human resource and their contribution to the company's gains. So this is actually very important. How much really uh, let's say this particular second point I'm talking, their contribution to the company's gains, how much they are really contributing to the company's growth. People company normally they'll be thinking like that only because if they spend 7 lakhs or 5 lakhs to an employee, they should not simply get over to the some other organization. They'll be thinking whether he is really worth or not, and then their economic value of the human resource, they should plan like that. This approach, it will be looking like whether the human resource or assets and human resource as assets and tries to identify the stream of benefits flowing from the asset. So they'll be trying, so they'll be thinking that they are the human resource or as an assets, and they'll be identifying their stream of benefits flowing from the asset. So surely most of the companies they go for two types of approach only, both cost approach and also the economic value approach. Depending upon their situation, they will take this approaches. And next concept is actually HR audit. So HR audit, no, the definition was given by American Accounting Association Committee. So I told no, it was in the year 1973. HR accounting as the process of identifying and measuring data about human resources and communicating this information to interested parties. So they'll be measuring the human resource data, and they'll be communicating, that is to whom they communicate means they communicate to management, top management they communicate. And if they want to, if it is a very good thing means they will take, if there is a very bad in report they are giving to organization means they will surely uh, take some decisions related to employees in the organization. So simple concept HR audit, please, like HR accounting, here HR audit is that they will be conducting whether the work or being done smoothly in the organization, whether the concerned person recruited for the organization is doing his duties properly. That is what in HR audit they will be doing. Okay, and who will be conducting this audit means the person who is responsible for the audit, they'll be representing a cross section of the organization staff, including line staff, sorry, including line staff, middle staff, and upper management, and those responsible for HR functions. These five people are eligible to conduct audit. Organization staff, that is line staff, middle and upper management, and those responsible in HR department. Okay, these persons are eligible to conduct HR audits and all. And then the need for why they are conducting this HR audit is highly useful for the. It is actually they'll be regularly forecasting the supply and demand for employees in various categories. So whether the supply is good in the job market and the demand also is there means, so they will check that particular category, and whether job analysis exists for all positions in the organization. Surely they will be checking job analysis and all. So whether they are doing the right job or job, clear cut details they'll be giving in this job analysis part, and the potential source of recruitment identified and evaluated. So like that and all they'll be checking potential sources of recruitment, in what way we can recruit and we can evaluate the people. And then they'll be talking about measurable selection criteria developed and used while filling up jobs. So please, the fourth point I'm telling you. So potential sources of recruitment. I'll tell you an example here. When we were studying and all, I, there was not much campus recruitments, So, but from the year 2004, 2003, no, 2003, 2004 and all, campus recruitment and all was where it has started at that time. I know in the year 2007 and all, companies come to college, they recruit even the persons who are studying even in third year itself. When we ask why no, they told that these are all HR auditing concepts. They don't want to miss the talented people. So their competitor company should not take over their talented employees. So they are being selected even in third year. It has happened. I don't know how many of them know this. And later, as requested from the university, the organization has stopped not to recruit in the third year itself. And I'm talking about the fourth point here. And the fifth point, no, the selection criteria developed. And what is the selection criteria uh, we can use while filling up the jobs? But also we can plan. And effective training and development programs, whether it is existing or not, that we can find out whether this particular training program is giving an effective one or we should change that also we can check. And the performance evaluation system, and that it will be helping both past and potential performance. So these are all must. So performance appraisal systems, no? And mainly talking about this particular point, no, remuneration, whether it is designed according to motivating the employees. So remuneration, the remuneration means the salary package, and whether it is unionized plant is whether it is unionized, and then whether the grievance procedure you're having in the organization. If worker is having any problem, that system, if he's having any problem, whether he can come and tell freely to the management. That is actually grievance procedure. Any problems, small problems means you can come and tell to organization, or you can put it in your suggestion box. And then whether the organization is having a high quality of work life. These are all must related to environment you can talk about. Then you can talk about your colleagues, peers or colleagues, or your having a relationship with your subordinates or higher authorities. Everything you can talk in quality of work life. Then whether the HRM practices contributed to organizational effectiveness. Then whether the management underestimates the capacity of HRM to contribute to organizational effectiveness. These are all the things you can easily find out in this particular nature and purpose of HRE. So how they approach? There are five types of approach we can have. Yes, a comparative approach, outside authority approach, and statistical approach, compliance, and management. Everything is simple concept which you people, or if I tell this concept, no, you might be knowing, oh, this is okay, it is happening this type of thing in organization. So the identifying comparative, normally who they will compare means they will be identifying their competitors company as a model, and the result of their organization or compared with the company or that particular industry. So they will take the competitors company and they will be comparing it what they are doing in their HR auditing, and they'll be trying to implement, compare, and if it is very good means they will try to implement in the company, in their company. Okay, this is what comparative approach, taking a competitors company to check what they are doing. And the outside authority approach, in this, no, the auditors use so like benchmarking concept here. They they'll be taking a one very good company in that particular sector, and they'll be comparing with that particular company, and they'll find out what is that we are having and what is it we should do for future purpose. So they use standards. The auditors know, HR auditors use standards set by an outside consultant as benchmark, okay, for comparison of own results. So they'll be talking about your benchmarks. So what is it outside auditors they do, and you take it as a benchmark and you will try to implement same in the organization, and you can go for even for changes. And then this no statistical measures, they'll be talking about the performance. Statistic means normally they'll have any graphical approach or any pie charts. You will put some many technical methods to find out what is the result. Statistical measures or performance is developed considering the company's existing information. Now you will be doing some one or two people, you will be doing some project, some one summer project you will be doing at the end of this particular semester. So at that time you will be talking about statistical methods and all. So sometimes you will take one particular method and you will compare. So what is it we have done last year and what is it we are going to do this year. So 5 years data also you can take and you can compare and you can project for this particular approach. This is called as statistical approach. And this one compliance approach, compliance approach, to calculate those activities comply with legal requirements and industry's policies. So this particular type of audit, no, they'll be checking whether we are following uh, the basic legal requirements and the industry policies and procedures, we are following it or not. They'll be checking in their audit in this type of compliance approach. So two main things they will concentrate in compliance approaches: legal, whether they are going according to the legal requirements, and they are following the industry policies and procedures framed by the government. Okay, these two things they will be checking in the compliance approach. So 1 minute. I think one approach we have left here, management by objectives approach. In this management by objectives approach, they will be consulting with all three levels of management, that is top level, middle level, and lower level. And according to that, if they are having any grievances, they will try to change it in the future course. This is actually uh, MBA approach. Participative discussions will be there from all three levels of management. And according to that, if there is any, if they want to change in any HR policies or any in HR accounting, so they will be trying to implement in future course of action consultations with three levels of management, and according to that, they will take some decisions. This is actually the 5 types of uh, human resource audit approaches to human resource audit. Thank you, students.